What is up, guys? How are you all doing? I'm doing great, thanks for asking. And what do we have here? We have a quick little video. I want to talk about something very exciting, and that is Battlefield Hardline. Yes sir, the single player footage was released today and it looks amazing. I mean, I was in favor of Hardline. A lot of people said it was copy and paste from Battlefield 4, and I agree, I completely agree, and I understand, because that is a fact. They pretty much took the Battlefield 4 engine and everything Battlefield 4 gave in terms of equipment and guns and the way it feels and the way it plays and the engine and stuff, and then they just basically made a new game off it. So it's kind of somewhat copy and paste like Call of Duty has been doing all these years. However, the feel of the game is very different, and you can tell that. I mean, I knew it once I played multiplayer. I mean, I had my doubts before I played the beta, but then I played the actual alpha or beta, whatever that was given to us. I played it 2 weeks or so and I absolutely loved it. I mean, the game looks like it's Battlefield 4, but kind of like enhanced, or looks better even in terms of the color coding and the color correction and things like that. But also the gameplay is actually quite different. But I say this in a lot of live streams. If you haven't checked out my live stream, it's in the description below. But when I play the game, it definitely feels different. It doesn't feel like Battlefield 4. It looks reminiscent of Battlefield 4, but it doesn't play in the same way. And I like that because it feels like a brand new game, even though it's not. I appreciate that and I understand it. But still, it's kind of like Battlefield 4 times 2. It's basically a better version of Battlefield 4 and what Battlefield 4 should have been. Now, them charging full price for this game is ridiculous, and that's something I don't agree with or support. However, you need to give them the fact that they spent a lot of time on this game, and you can see that in the videos. If you haven't played the multiplayer beta or alpha or whatever that was given to us, then you really missed out, because the multiplayer was extremely fun. I mean, that 1.5 to 2 week period of playing Battlefield Hardline, I had more fun then than I have had in the entire 9 months of Battlefield 4 being released. So that just goes to show the quality of the game. This also transpires into the single player. If you look at the single player footage, if you haven't seen it, I'll link in the description below. But if you go watch that single player footage, you can see that they really put time and effort into their game. There's a lot of attention to detail. There are a lot of new features in terms of holding people up and arresting people. It looks very, very good. Like I said, visually stunning. The voice acting is on point, and that's one of the biggest pluses or biggest benefits I can see or foresee for the single player. And that is the fact that they made the characters so intertwined and so funny, like the interactions that they have in the conversations, that it reminded me of Battlefield Bad Company and Battlefield Bad Company 2. And if you guys have played the single player on those games, the banter and the conversations between all the soldiers were absolutely amazing. It was very, very funny, very intriguing, and it was just hilarious. And I feel as though that they try to bring that back into the single player, and the way in which characters react to one another. I could very much see that in this game, and that is something I'm hugely excited for, because the whole community has been waiting for Battlefield Bad Company 3. Now, this might be the first step or the first evolutionary step to that. Hopefully it is, because I could definitely see some elements of that game in there. But apart from that, like I said, the missions, the maps and the environments, everything was very, very detailed, very intricate and very well executed. The voice acting, the gunplay and the gun mechanics, very smooth, very accurate, and this is actually a game I'm looking forward to. I don't buy many games each year. I buy a couple, and this probably will be on the list. Obviously, we need to see more information, more footage before I can make up my mind fully, but like I said, definitely go check out that 12-minute gameplay for the single player and you will not be disappointed, I can promise you that. But anyways guys, let me know what you think of that video and that trailer of the single player in the comment section below. If you haven't seen it, go watch it now and then come back and tell me. And if you have played the multiplayer, beta or alpha or whatever, let me know as well what you thought about it, and tell me if you're going to buy the game or not, because I personally think the game is going to be excellent. Just for the single player alone, I might get it, but obviously if they charge me full price like $60 or something, I'm not gonna get it, because it's not worth a full price game. If it's something like $30, then yeah, that's probably a good average, a good number to start with. Any more than that and it's kind of like I'm probably gonna give it a miss. But if it's $30 or $35, I think that's going to be a perfect amount. So let me know what you're going to do, if you're going to buy the game or not. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for listening, and I'll see you in the next chapter. This is Snipe 474, and I'm out. I'll see you on the